For many people over 60, the night stops being a time of deep rest and turns into a series of interruptions. You finally fall asleep, and then your bladder wakes you. You get up, walk in the dark, use the bathroom, lie down, and try to fall asleep again. Just when you're drifting off, it happens once more. Over time, a lot of people start to believe the same sentence. That's just aging. There's nothing I can do. But urologists and sleep specialists keep repeating something very different. Frequent urination at night is common, but it is not a destiny carved in stone. Your bladder, your nervous system, and your sleep still respond to the right habits, even in your 60s, 70s, or beyond. Medical news today. In this video, I want to act as a calm guide, not as a doctor, and walk you through one very specific habit that many urologists now recommend as part of a larger plan. A simple nighttime drink designed to calm an overactive bladder and help your body stay asleep for longer stretches. It is not magic, it is not a cure, and it is not a replacement for medical care. It is a gentle, natural tool you can integrate into your evening routine to support your urinary health, your sleep, and your confidence at night. Think of it as a small ritual that tells your bladder and your brain, you are safe. The night belongs to rest again. Before we talk about the drink, let's name the problem clearly. Waking once at night to urinate can be normal for many older adults. But when you are waking 2, 3, 4, or more times to pee, to the point where you dread going to bed because you know the night will be broken into fragments, that has a name, nocturia. It can be caused by several factors: an overactive bladder, an enlarged prostate in men, hormonal shifts in women after menopause, certain medications, poorly controlled blood sugar, heart or kidney problems, or simply drinking too much, too late. Nocturia is not just annoying, it is a sign that your system needs attention. Medical news today. The impact goes much deeper than the number of bathroom trips. Every time you wake up and get out of bed, your sleep cycle is interrupted. You lose the deeper phases of sleep that help your brain clean itself, consolidate memories, and repair your body. Over months and years, these broken nights can show up as daytime fatigue, slower thinking, irritability, and a feeling that your energy reserves are always a little too low. When you are tired, you move less, your muscles weaken faster, and your overall vitality in the daytime and in your intimate life begins to fade. PubMed. There is also a safety issue that rarely gets enough attention. Standing up half asleep, walking to the bathroom in the dark, turning quickly, or losing your balance on a slippery floor all raise the risk of falls. A single fall at night can change everything, especially after 60. Protecting your sleep is not just about feeling rested. It is about protecting your bones, your joints, and your independence. Anything that reduces the number of nighttime trips to the bathroom can quietly reduce that risk as well. On top of the physical side, frequent urination at night affects your emotions. Many people begin to feel embarrassed or frustrated. They plan where they sleep, how far the bathroom is, and whether they can stay over at someone's house based on their bladder. Some even avoid trips, sleepovers with grandchildren, or vacations because they are worried about disturbing others with repeated bathroom visits. That slowly erodes confidence, joy, and the sense of freedom that should accompany your later years, not disappear from them. If you recognize yourself in this description, the first important step is this. Make sure a health professional has evaluated you. No nighttime drink, no supplement, and no natural habit should be used as a way to ignore red flags like burning when you urinate, blood in the urine, intense pain, sudden changes in urination, or swelling in your legs or abdomen. Those are situations where you need direct medical attention. The nighttime drink we are going to discuss belongs to the category of supportive habits, not emergency solutions. With that clarity in place, let's talk about the idea behind this drink. Urologists often look at nocturia from three angles: how much urine your kidneys produce at night, how sensitive and reactive your bladder is, and how deep and continuous your sleep is. The nighttime drink we're focusing on is designed to gently help with the second and third, calming an irritable bladder and supporting a calmer nervous system so that your brain doesn't wake you for every small signal. At the same time, you adjust the timing and amount of fluids so that your kidneys are not pushed to produce excess urine when you should be resting. So, what is this nighttime drink? In simple terms, it is a small cup of warm, caffeine-free herbal infusion that carries a measured dose of pumpkin seed extract for bladder support, combined with calming herbs such as lemon balm or chamomile, and, when appropriate and approved by your healthcare provider, a modest amount of magnesium in a gentle form like magnesium glycinate. The goal is not to flood your body with liquid, but to deliver targeted plant compounds and minerals in a small volume, about half a cup or a small mug, taken at the right time in the evening. PMC. Let's look at the star of this drink from a urinary point of view. Pumpkin seed extract. Pumpkin seeds have been used for generations in different cultures for bladder and prostate complaints. Modern clinical studies have started to validate what traditional wisdom suspected. Standardized extracts and oils made from pumpkin seeds have shown benefits in people with overactive bladder and benign prostate enlargement, helping reduce urgency, frequency, and nighttime urination episodes. The compounds in pumpkin seeds, including fatty acids and plant sterols, appear to support bladder muscle function and urinary tract health in both men and women. PMC. When you take pumpkin seed extract regularly, not as a one-time fix, but as a steady habit, it can help your bladder behave with a little more patience. Instead of firing off urgent messages at the first stretch, the muscle and the surrounding tissues seem to tolerate slightly more filling before shouting for your attention. That doesn't mean you ignore the urge to urinate. It means that your bladder is less jumpy, less hyper-responsive to every little change. Over weeks, many people report that they go less often, feel less on edge about their bladder, and crucially, have fewer awakenings during the night related to urgency. For men, pumpkin seed extracts are also interesting because of their relationship with prostate health. Enlarged prostate or benign prostatic hyperplasia is a very common cause of weak stream, hesitancy, and frequent urination at night. Some research suggests that pumpkin seed oil and extracts may modestly support prostate comfort and urinary flow, especially when combined with other treatments under medical supervision. The nighttime drink does not replace medications your doctor prescribes, but it can work alongside them as part of a broader, gentler support for the urinary tract. LiebertPub.com. Now, pumpkin seed extract on its own might be delivered as capsules, oils, or powders. For our nighttime drink, we are imagining a version that can be mixed into a warm liquid. A powder or a liquid formula that dissolves in water or in a mild herbal tea. You follow the dose indicated on the product or recommended by your provider. But instead of swallowing it quickly and forgetting about it, you turn it into a ritual. You stir it, you breathe in the aroma, you slow down. That matters because the way you take it can already be sending calming signals to your nervous system. This is where the second component of the drink comes in, a soothing herbal base, often a combination of lemon balm and chamomile. Lemon balm, a fragrant herb from the mint family, has been used for centuries to ease restlessness and support sleep. Modern research suggests that lemon balm can help reduce mild anxiety and improve certain sleep problems, making it easier to both fall asleep and feel calmer at night. Chamomile, another classic bedtime herb, carries gentle, relaxing, and antispasmodic properties. It can help the body and mind unwind at the end of the day. PMC. When you drink a small cup of warm, caffeine-free herbal infusion, you are doing two things at once. Physically, you are delivering plant compounds that act on the nervous system, encouraging a shift toward relaxation and away from the fight-or-flight state that makes you hyper-aware of every internal sensation, including every tiny signal from your bladder. Psychologically, you are using a cue your brain understands very well. This is my night drink. This is what I do before I rest. That association, repeated day after day, starts to rebuild your relationship with bedtime as a predictable, safe moment instead of a battle with the bathroom. The third element, which is optional and should be checked with your healthcare provider, is magnesium. In a gentle, well-absorbed form, such as magnesium glycinate or bisglycinate. Magnesium plays an important role in muscle relaxation, nerve function, and the regulation of the stress response. Several small clinical trials in older adults have found that magnesium supplementation can improve subjective measures of insomnia, increasing sleep time and sleep efficiency, and reducing early morning awakenings. The effects are modest, but for many people, they are real enough to feel the difference between a broken night and a night with longer, more continuous stretches of sleep. PubMed. In the context of nocturia, magnesium does not directly turn off urine production. What it can do is support a calmer nervous system, a smoother muscle tone, and a more stable sleep architecture. That means that when your bladder sends a minor signal, one that doesn't actually require immediate emptying, your brain is less likely to jump to full alert. Instead, it may allow you to roll over and keep sleeping or fall back asleep more quickly after a bathroom visit, rather than lying awake and staring at the ceiling. So how do you actually put all of this into practice in your own home? Let's walk through a simple, realistic routine. First, you adjust your fluid timing. 2 to 3 hours before your planned bedtime, you start gradually reducing how much you drink. You still stay hydrated during the day, but you avoid large glasses of water, tea, or other drinks in that pre-sleep window. You also avoid caffeine and alcohol in the late afternoon and evening, as both can irritate the bladder and disrupt sleep. About 60 to 90 minutes before bed, you prepare your nighttime drink. You heat enough water for a small cup. In that water, you steep lemon balm and chamomile, or use a ready-made caffeine-free sleep blend that includes them. Once the infusion is ready and has cooled slightly, you add your pumpkin seed extract in the form you have chosen, making sure you follow the recommended dose. If you and your healthcare provider have decided that magnesium is appropriate for you, you can mix a measured amount of magnesium glycinate powder into this same drink, or take it separately with a sip of water. You stir slowly, breathe, and take your time sipping it. The volume of the drink is important. The goal is not to add a large mug of liquid on top of your evening fluids. That would simply give your kidneys more to process. Aim for a modest portion, something like half a typical mug, just enough to deliver the active ingredients and the comfort of the ritual, but not so much that your bladder is overwhelmed. After you finish the drink, you give your body some time. You relax, maybe read a few pages, listen to soft music, or stretch gently. Then, right before getting into bed, you empty your bladder one last time. Now, let's talk about what you might notice over time if this habit fits your body. One possible benefit is a gradual reduction in the number of nighttime awakenings to urinate. Instead of 4 trips, you may find yourself needing 2. Instead of 2, maybe just 1. This will not happen overnight, and it may not be dramatic for everyone, but when pumpkin seed extract is taken consistently and paired with good fluid timing, many people report more stable nights and less urgency waking them. A second benefit is the quality of your sleep between those trips. When you wake up less often, and your nervous system is supported by calming herbs and, where appropriate, magnesium, your sleep cycles have a better chance to unfold naturally. you spend more time in deeper stages of sleep, which is when your brain and body carry out essential repair. You may start to wake up feeling more refreshed, with less of that heavy, foggy sensation that often follows a night full of interruptions. A third benefit shows up during the day as energy and clarity. Better sleep means your blood pressure tends to be more stable, your reaction times improve, and your mood becomes more resilient. You might notice that tasks that felt heavy, like shopping, walking, or doing light housework, feel more manageable when you are not dragging the weight of accumulated sleep debt behind you. That improved energy often becomes the fuel that allows you to adopt other healthy habits, like daylight walks or simple strength exercises, which in turn further support bladder and pelvic health. A fourth benefit is psychological, a sense of control returning to your nights. When you have a clear routine and a specific tool, like this drink, you no longer feel completely at the mercy of your bladder. Instead of going to bed thinking, "I hope tonight is not terrible," you lie down knowing that you have done something concrete to help yourself. That shift from helplessness to active participation can reduce anxiety, which itself is a strong driver of both insomnia and bladder sensitivity. A fifth benefit is specific for men dealing with prostate-related urinary symptoms. When the urinary tract is supported both by medical treatment and by a routine that includes pumpkin seed extract, the process of managing symptoms can feel less overwhelming. Some men notice a slightly stronger stream, less straining, and a softer sense of fullness in the lower pelvis over time. Again, this drink is not a medicine and does not replace professional treatment, but it can be one more ally in your corner. A sixth benefit relates to women in and after menopause, who frequently experience changes in hormone levels that affect the bladder, the urethra, and the tissues of the pelvic floor. Many women report urgency, mild leaks, or an uncomfortable sensation of needing to go just in case all the time. Supporting bladder health with plant extracts like pumpkin seed, while soothing the nervous system with lemon balm and chamomile, can help the body move away from that hypervigilant state. As the nights become quieter, confidence in daily activities and in intimate moments can begin to rebuild. A seventh benefit is simple but profound: nighttime safety. Fewer urgent bathroom trips mean fewer rushed movements in the dark. You can take those steps more calmly, or sometimes not need to take them at all. That reduces the risk of dizziness, missteps, and falls, especially in people who already have joint issues, osteoporosis, or balance problems. An eighth benefit lies in the ritual itself. Having a stable, soothing nighttime routine that includes a warm, bladder-friendly drink helps your brain understand that the day is closing. In a world full of screens, late-night news, and constant stimulation, creating this small island of calm sends a powerful signal to your entire system. Now we rest. Over time, your body begins to anticipate that state even before you drink the last sip. To make all of this more tangible, imagine a man in his late 60s who has been waking 3 or 4 times each night to urinate. He has already seen a urologist, had serious problems ruled out, and perhaps started medication. The urgency has improved slightly, but the nights are still fractured. When he introduces the nighttime drink into his routine, pumpkin seed extract dissolved in a small cup of lemon balm and chamomile tea, taken about an hour before bed, with reduced fluids in the evening, he doesn't notice miracles in the first week, but after several weeks of consistency, his pattern changes. Some nights he wakes twice instead of 4 times. Other nights, only once. The difference in how he feels in the morning is enormous, even though no single night seemed extraordinary by itself. Now picture a woman in her early 70s who has been living with a constant tension around her bladder. She always checks where the bathroom is, she feels embarrassed on trips, and her nights are fragmented by repeated urges to urinate, even when her bladder is not very full. After discussing it with her doctor, She starts a structured evening routine. Light dinner, limited fluids in the last hours of the day, pelvic floor exercises, and this nighttime drink. As the herbs help her nervous system soften and the pumpkin seed extract begins its work over weeks, she notices that the urgent feelings lose some of their intensity. She sleeps in longer blocks and wakes up with more trust in her own body. Think also of a couple in their mid-60s. For them, nighttime has become stressful because one partner is up and down constantly, and the other wakes each time they hear movement. They both feel exhausted, and their patience with each other is thinner than they want to admit. When they decide to adopt the nighttime drink ritual together, one for bladder support, the other simply for sleep, the evenings change. Preparing the drink becomes a shared moment, a quiet conversation at the end of the day. As the person with nocturia starts to sleep longer, the partner also rests better. Their mornings feel less tense, and their connection, including their intimate life, benefits from bodies that are no longer running on empty. Finally, imagine an adult child caring for an older parent who gets up many times each night to use the bathroom. Both are extremely tired. With guidance from the parent's doctor, they adjust fluids, check medications, and add the nighttime drink as part of a calming pre-bed ritual. After some weeks, the parent is still getting up at night, but not as often and with less urgency. The caregiver sleeps better, feels less irritable, and can show up during the day with more patience and love. The drink, in this case, is not just a mixture of herbs and extracts. It is a symbol of care, structure, and dignity. If you are considering trying this habit, there are a few important points to keep in mind. Start slowly. Introduce one element at a time, perhaps the herbal base first, then the pumpkin seed extract, and only later magnesium if it is appropriate and approved for you. Watch how your body responds over several weeks, not just a couple of nights. Keep a simple notebook where you jot down how many times you wake to urinate, how you feel in the morning, and any changes you notice in your comfort or mood. Equally important, listen to your body's limits. If you experience new pain, burning, blood in your urine, swelling, shortness of breath, or suddenly much more or much less urine than usual, stop and contact your healthcare provider. If you are on multiple medications, have kidney disease, or complex health conditions, do not add supplements without medical guidance. Natural does not automatically mean harmless. It means that it works with your biology, which is exactly why professional supervision matters. When you use this nighttime drink wisely, alongside medical care, thoughtful fluid timing, gentle movement during the day, and a respectful relationship with your own body, you are doing something very powerful. You are refusing to accept that aging automatically means surrendering your nights. You are choosing to cooperate with your bladder and your nervous system instead of fighting them. That choice, repeated night after night, is what really changes the trajectory of your well-being. If I had to compress everything into one sentence, it would be this. A small, carefully designed nighttime drink can become a quiet but powerful ally to calm frequent urination and reclaim deep, restorative sleep after 60. It is never too late to change the story you tell yourself about your age and your body. Even if nocturia has been part of your nights for years, your bladder and your brain can still learn new habits. If this video resonated with you, I invite you to reflect on your current evening routine and ask yourself where this gentle ritual could fit. Talk with your healthcare provider about whether pumpkin seed extract, calming herbs, or magnesium make sense in your case. Try the routine for a few weeks, observe with curiosity, not judgment, and adjust as needed. And if you know someone, a partner, a friend, a parent, whose nights are ruled by the bathroom, share this message with them so they know they are not alone and that they have options. If you want to keep exploring natural habits for urinary health, longevity, and well-being in maturity, you can subscribe. and stay close to this space. Your nights are precious. Your rest is not a luxury. It is a foundation for everything you still want to live. https www.medicalnewstoday.com articles pumpkin seed oil for overactive bladder UTM source ChatGPT. What to know about pumpkin seed oil for overactive bladder. Bobby. https pubmed.ncbi.nlm.nih.gov 238533635 UTM is source ChatGPT. The effect of magnesium supplementation on primary. 3. https jot.pmc.ncbi.nlm.nih.gov articles PMC 4032845 UTME source ChatGPT. Pumpkin seed oil extracted from Cucurbita maxima. Https 3 Dears www.libertpub.com DOI 10 1089 JMF 2018 Durza 106 UTM source ChatGPT. Effects of an oil-free hydroethanolic pumpkin seed. Purities adins PMC to NCBI NLM Deniate.gov. Articles PMC 150 Durn seed 26 UTM source ChatGPT. Clinical efficacy and tolerability of lemon balm, Melissa,